Okay, and we are talking about The Incredible Hulk by Peter David, Omnibus, Volume 4. That's right, I did Volumes 1, 2, 3, and now we are on 4. The second to last volume of Peter David's extraordinarily long run on the Green Hulking Monster. And we have issues 436 to 467. So this contains pretty much the final run of the original run of Peter David. It also has a couple other things like Annual 97, Savage Hulk 1, Cutting Edge number 1, Cable 34, Onslaught, Marvel Universe 1996 number 1, Incredible Heroes Unleashed, and Heroes Reborn The Return 1 to 4 event that kind of ties in with the Hulk here. And before we jump back into review, I did want to talk about an awesome guy who runs an awesome little business called Omnibus, and this guy is on Instagram. You can check him out right now. I'm showing you the page as we are talking, and he does phenomenal work if you're a big fan of bookmarks. And like me, I hate folding my pages. Even just a little turn on the edge really kind of irritates me. So these bookmarks have been my favorite new thing, and I love switching the bookmarks mattering what I'm reading, whether it be manga, comics, indie, Marvel, DC, whatever it is. I like to switch it up, and as you can see, he has made some extraordinary ones for me. He works very well with most people, and he can make custom designs for you, but he has so many badass ones too online. You gotta check those out. So this is not a paid sponsor. This guy's just awesome. I want to promote him. Please go check it out. If you want a bookmark for your omnibuses, look no further. These are high quality, good ass shit. And this is over 1,200 pages, and this is a big mamacita. And as you guys know, I really enjoyed Volumes 2 and 3. Volume 1 I also enjoyed, though it was solid, but probably one of the weaker of the 3. And then I really enjoyed 2 and 3. I absolutely loved. So I was pretty excited to jump into 4. This is the end of the run, you know. Let's see if we finish strong, right? So I opened the book and I'm reading through it. And of course we're going to talk about what happened here. But my big question is, when finishing this, is what the fuck happened here? This is not the Hulk I was loving in the last 2 volumes. See, this starts off right where the last one left off, which is pretty interesting to me because that I really enjoyed the ending of the last volume. But as soon as we get into some fun storylines of Hulk getting kidnapped, we get right into the Onslaught event. Now, this event really ruined a lot of Marvel storylines in the 90s, and it did Hulk no favors either. So for years, Hulk is almost able to avoid these terrible crossovers. He was doing his own thing, but then he gets sucked into this Marvel line event that changes everything. And so when Onslaught kills a bunch of major heroes, Bruce Banner and Hulk get separated, and Bruce disappears along with the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and more, leaving Hulk to basically be a shell of his former self. And a good chunk of this book is basically that, a hollow version of the Hulk. It's boring, he questions his existence, he's fighting for no reason, he's taking over Key West Island, protecting people for no reason and then questioning it, and then being moody and grumpy the whole entire volume. None of it is registering as a fun storyline that we were given in the last few years by Peter David. But then, after reading through this, we get to Heroes Return, which is a garbage event. Let me just say that. It really is pretty horrible. Hulk is kind of an important part of it, so he is kind of a star in it, but it's just not interesting. And it's very, very rushed and just kind of pathetic. Anyway, Bruce and Hulk fuse back together. So, this gave me hope again. We're going to get fun storylines again. Nope. General Ross returns because, you know, comics just love to bring back the dead. And in doing so, we get some very, very dull storylines where Ross tries to be a decent human being for once. But a few issues in, well, this is the end for Peter David's run. Something horrible happens at the end of the run, and it basically returns Ross to being who he was before trying to be a decent human being. This whole volume just feels extremely disjointed. 1 or 2 one-shots were decent, and I really like the art at some points at the end of the book, not the beginning of the book. But this is easily the weakest volume for the Peter David run, but just a weak omnibus in general, in my opinion. It lacks good storytelling, except for a couple of stories here or there, and it doesn't have the oomph that the last few volumes did for Peter David's run. And And the art, especially in the middle of this book, is really ugly. Like that big, bulky 90s ugly. It's just terrible. And that's really disappointing for me as far as omnibuses go. So I'm actually going to rate this a 1.5 out of 5. I think it doesn't have a lot going for it. It's a super big disappointment for me in general. And I really hope that Volume 5, even though it's mostly just kind of singled out stories and not a long run, is a lot better than this. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, as always, give me a like. That means a lot. If you loved it, hit the subscribe button. That even means more to me. And I have more videos and omnibus reviews coming out, so check them out as I do. Have a wonderful day.